Mastering, would you mind, perfecting politeness in English. Hello, language enthusiasts. We're diving deeper into the realm of English conversation today by focusing on a particular phrase. Would you mind? This phrase is a polite way to ask for something, and today, we're going to learn how to use it when asking for directions. Before we delve into when to use, would you mind, let's first understand what it means. The phrase, would you mind, is used to politely ask someone to do something. It's a way of making our requests sound less direct and therefore more formal and considerate. Let's look at an example. Instead of saying, tell me how to get to the library, we can say, would you mind telling me how to get to the library? Both are asking for the same thing, but the latter is more polite and respectful. Now that we know what it means, let's move on to when you should use, would you mind? In formal situations. In English, different levels of politeness are appropriate in different situations. Would you mind is generally used in more formal or respectful contexts. This could be when you're speaking to someone you don't know very well, or someone in a position of authority. To sound more polite and respectful. If you want to sound more polite and respectful, you can use, would you mind? It helps soften the request and shows that you are considerate of the other person's feelings. When you're not sure if your request will be a bother. Lastly, would you mind, is often used when you're not sure if your request will be an inconvenience to the other person. The phrase gives them an opportunity to decline if your request is indeed bothersome. Now let's see some examples of how to use, would you mind, when asking for directions. 1. Would you mind showing me on this map where the museum is? 2. Would you mind telling me the best way to get to the airport? 3. Would you mind explaining how I can reach the nearest bus stop from here? Remember, the goal here is to be as polite and respectful as possible when asking for directions, especially when you're in unfamiliar territory or speaking with someone you've just met. And there you have it. You've now mastered the art of using, would you mind, when asking for directions. The next time you're lost or unsure, remember these tips and phrases. It's not just about finding your way, but also about doing it in a polite and respectful manner. As always, happy learning and continue practicing to make your English sound more natural and polite. Until next time.